So after the massive hit that was Guardians of the Galaxy, a sequel was inevitable, and soon the images and trailers started coming in, and this became one of the most anticipated movies of 2017. So now Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has finally arrived. Time to review it.
That's a really bad sign.
Like many other people, I think Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the best films in the MCU. It's fun, exciting, and just an awesome film. So, obviously, I was looking forward to the sequel and really wanted it to recapture what made the first movie so great, and not be a sort of rehash like other Marvel sequels such as Iron Man 2, Dark the Foreworld, and Age of Ultron. So now that I've finally seen the film, I actually thought that it was pretty great. That said, it wasn't as good as the first one, but let's get into it. Also, just so you know, after I give my rating for the film, I'm gonna talk about spoilers. Alright, let's start off with the cast. Chris Pratt as Star-Lord is once again great. His character actually has more development in this, and without spoiling anything, you understand why he makes certain decisions in this and his reasoning behind it. Bradley Cooper as Rocket is also, as expected, great in this. Same with Baby Groot. I was worried they were going to use him too much and he would get annoying, but he never did. Surprisingly, Yondu had a lot more character development in this movie, and you actually kind of feel for him. Nebula in this was a pretty great character, and I really like where they took her in this. Pom Klementieff was really good as Mantis, but her character was pretty underdeveloped, and they kept on hinting that she had a tragic backstory, but we don't really understand what it was. Taserface was good, but didn't really do that much. Same with Aisha, who I didn't even think needed to be in this movie. And as for Kurt Russell as Ego, he was good, but 80% of his lines were basically just exposition. And all the character interactions were great in this. It was really believable and maybe even better than the first movie. Most of the comedy also landed for me, especially the visual comedy. Most of the CGI was really good, and there were so many Easter eggs and weird visuals that I started to feel like I was watching a 2-hour episode of Rick and Morty. As for the negatives, some jokes didn't really land for me, and some of the CGI didn't look that great, especially some of the green screen effects. And I think the tone was sort of all over the place. Like, sometimes it was this crazy joke, and then other times it went kinda dark. Overall, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 was a lot of fun at the cinemas. It had some noticeable flaws, but overall, the film was actually pretty great. I'm giving it an 8.3 out of 10. Alright, now for spoilers. If you haven't watched the film, click off now. First off, by far, my favourite scene was when Yondu was killing the Ravagers with his arrow. It was so creative and visually stunning that I just loved the hell out of that scene. Another great scene was when Yondu and Rocket were travelling in between dimensions and we got that awesome Stan Lee cameo. It's probably my favourite Stan Lee cameo in any Marvel movie. It acknowledges and sort of makes fun of the theory that Stan Lee is the Watcher, and also the fact that he's wearing an astronaut suit that looks like it's from a 1950s B-movie. One thing I really didn't expect was that Ego was the main bad guy, and he was just nothing but pure evil, and I sort of wanted more to his character. Yondu also dies in this, which wasn't super emotional for me, but it was handled very well. Last but not least, there were 5 end credit scenes, 5 of them, and most of them were jokes, but let's go through them. First off, we see Kraglin training with Yondu's arrow, which was pretty funny, seeing how he stabbed Drax by accident. Next up, we see the original Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't really know much about these characters, but it's still pretty cool. Next up, we get a tease of Adam Warlock, who is going to be in Guardians Volume 3. Again, don't know much about his character, but some fans have hoped to see him for a long time, so it's cool that we're getting a confirmation that he's going to be in these movies. Next up, we see Teenage Groot, which was pretty funny, I guess. And finally, we get a continuation of that great Stan Lee cameo. Anyway, that's what I thought about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Thanks for watching, remember to like this video, I'd really appreciate it, leave a comment and subscribe for more videos like this one.